the brain to the rest of the body. Each vertebra in the spine is separated by an intervertebral disc. For simplicity's sake, the disc can be likened to a jelly donut. It has a soft gel-like substance in the center called the nucleus pulposus, which is surrounded by a tough outer coating called the annulus fibrosus. The discs serve three primary functions. They act as shock absorbers to prevent compression fractures of the vertebrae. They provide mobility to the spine, allowing it to bend and twist. And they separate the vertebrae, allowing nerve roots to branch off from the spinal cord and travel to the rest of the body. Let's take a closer look at a healthy intervertebral disc, this time looking down on it from above. The pink portion represents the nucleus. This is the gel-like center of the disc responsible for healthy disc height. Water is held within the nucleus by tiny sponge-like molecules called proteoglycan aggregans. These super sponges have an amazing ability to attract and hold over 500 times their own mass in water. The nucleus is surrounded by the annulus fibrosus. Like the term fibrosis implies, the annulus is a tough, fibrous material made primarily of type 1 collagen. Its primary job is to keep the nucleus contained in the center of the disc. In a healthy disc, the annulus is very pliable and capable of bending and flexing. Notice that the annulus has its own nerve supply, shown by the yellow dots along the outer wall. The spinal nerve roots, seen here in yellow, are extensions of the brain and spinal cord. The facet joints are located just behind the spinal nerve roots. It is at these joints that the vertebrae make contact as they are stacked upon one another. The disc relies on the transfer of fluids and nutrients from the vertebrae above and below, as well as the outer layer of the annulus to stay healthy. Excessive loads on the discs result in increased pressure that slows the transfer of these vital fluids and nutrients. Continued wear and tear results in dehydration and disc degeneration. Excessive weight, poor posture, heavy lifting, or repetitive movements may accelerate this process. The most common feature of disc degeneration is the loss of fluid in the disc nucleus. As the discs shrink, the space between the vertebrae decreases, causing more bone-on-bone activity at the facet joint. This may cause pain and irritation.
Pain affects your entire body, your work life, and your ability to enjoy your normal activities, and that's something that no one should have to deal with. But the good news is that while back pain may seem insurmountable, there are a lot of ways that you can take your health into your
fact that your nervous system controls the function of virtually every cell, tissue, organ, and system of your entire body. Bending, lifting, and turning depend upon the proper function of your nervous system, as does breathing, digestion, or fighting off an infection. Your nervous system controls everything. That's why your chiropractic doctor is so interested in your nervous system. Your body is controlled by the computer-like organ of the brain. The brain is protected by the skull and communicates with the tissues and organs of the body through the spinal cord, which is housed in the moving bones of the spinal column. Pairs of nerve roots branch off the spinal cord from between each spinal joint to service the entire body. A feedback loop back to the brain monitors the function of every tissue and organ. However, spinal bones can lose their normal motion or position due to trauma, repetitive motions, poor posture, emotional stress, drugs, alcohol, and many other causes. This can affect the nervous system control and function of associated organs and tissues. This is a common condition. Doctors of chiropractic refer to this as the vertebral subluxation complex, or more simply, a subluxation. The chiropractic approach to better health is to help normalize spinal structure and function, improve nervous system integrity, and allow your body to heal itself naturally.